Welcome back to another edition of Defending It Utah Radio, where we think right and wrong, not right and left. I'm Ben McClintock, and today we are presenting Dr. Scott Bradley from freedomsrisingsun.com, where he's going to talk about how the Utah State Senate was originally based on the United States Senate to be able to protect the voice of all of Utah and not to put the concentration of all of the political decisions into the more populated cities like Salt Lake City. If you like what we do here at Defending Utah, please go to defendingutah.org and consider becoming a member or making a one-time donation. Here's Dr. Scott Bradley.
Defending Utah covers the stories others are just too often afraid to touch.
They don't nibble around the edges when it comes to pointing out threats to our liberty. They're not afraid to name names and call out organizations.
This is Defending Utah Radio. Defending Utah. Think right and wrong, not right and left. Join Defending Utah, because if you're not already on a government watch list, you should be.
Initially, the intent was, and it didn't actually come out this way ultimately, but the discussion about when you're putting together a constitution, oh, we got a pretty good template here. Yeah, the United States Constitution. The states are represented in the Senate and the people are represented in the House. Wow, what a cool idea. So what actually ultimately happened was they set up the Senate, obviously, with 2 senators from every state. Didn't matter if you're Wyoming with 600,000 people or California with 38 million people. You got 2 senators. That was because the states were supposed to have a seat at the table. And it was a good program. And it was reasonable. And the large states were not going to devour and destroy the small states and everything. We're going to have that argument again soon, I believe, with the national popular vote issue as well as the electoral college deal. But we won't go into that right now. But basically, the template that was started out looking at, and it didn't quite turn out this way, was that the counties were going to be somewhat analogous to the states. And in the state of Utah, for example, we have 8 senators. Excuse me, 8. We have 29 senators in the state of Utah. Okay. And you go, oh man, you got 29 counties. There should be 1 for each. And I really believe that's the way it should be. But that wasn't quite the way it was even from the beginning. But it was close. They were somewhat analogous. And those in the House were representing people by population, and so there was a population element in that, and so there's right from the very beginning there almost began this gerrymandering kind of idea where they were going to shape the districts so that some party could have benefit over another. But we won't go into that either right now. But the senators were somewhat analogous to the senators in the United States Senate, 2 per state, 1 per county. Again, there was some finagling that went around, and so there was some overlap even from the beginning in the state of Utah. But the Supreme Court came along, and I don't remember the exact year. I think it was 1964, but I'm not positive, and I would hate to be held to that number, but it was in the 60s. The Supreme Court came along and said that the senators have got to be aligned based upon population also. And so that really started the finagling. And so what's happened is that there's a tremendous amount of overlap based upon populations and counties and geography. And what's happened is that the power base by that decision, and it was taken out of the state's hands. And by the way, that's another discussion we could have, is why the Supreme Court had the authority to tell the states how they were going to organize their legislatures is a complete violation of the Constitution. But what's happened is there's been a shifting of power because some of the large population metropolitan areas in the state of Utah have got an inordinate amount of power because of the way the senator concentration and their population based upon and their legislators based upon population. So what's happened is there's been a huge shift to centralizing power in metropolitan areas. And it's a tragedy and it's a travesty also, because think about this, and this is kind of a truism that I've observed over the years, is that the higher the population density, the greater the propensity towards socialism, the freebies, let's take from this person and give it to that person. Everybody's buying votes, and so there's a constituency that you're trying to look out for, and you're trying to get votes for whatever your interest is and whatever your constituency would like to gain from it. And so you keep getting put back in office. But when it was more towards the one senator per county, the rural counties, like where Paul lives, they had a say in those kind of things. They were a settling kind of element, like the Senate was supposed to be in the United States. So that the gimme crowd in the large metropolitan areas couldn't get legislative actions through that violates the premise of Republican government, not Republicans meaning parties, but the fact that a republic is trusted representatives that are elected by the people to administer the affairs of the government in the bounds of the Constitution. There's nothing in the Constitution that allows the redistribution of wealth. But now that the Supreme Court shifted that balance more into the metropolitan areas, the higher population density areas, the rural counties, that they've kind of lost their vote. And maybe they still got kind of a vote, but it's only a piece of a vote. And they have lost their ability to stand in the way and say, wait, this is theft. And that's what socialism really is. And so it was a Supreme Court decision that really screwed up. And again, I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact date or the year even for when that Supreme Court decision was made. But that's what really threw the balance into a kind of a topsy-turvy kind of situation. And so we have moved more and more towards socialism, certainly in the state of Utah, as we've had that. And any place else that's been applied, it's the same issue. Again, this is a problem that we're going to find with national popular vote things, as well as when they really make a real run at getting rid of the Electoral College. So it's not a good thing. It's not a satisfactory thing. It's not something that we are happy about, but the Supreme Court interfered with the internal affairs of the state of Utah and any other state that this is applied to. And they messed up that tempering dynamic that the Senate could have brought to any legislation through the rural counties, and them saying, wait, we work hard for our money out here. We're not going to take it from anybody. We just don't want you taking ours too.
This Defending Utah presentation brought to you in part by Anderson Accounting, andersonaccounting.com, Trust Plumbing, 801-808-5470, Higher Calling Firearms, highercallingfirearms.com, Pioneer Family Scholars, Black Lotus Web Dev, blacklotuswebdev.com, American Appliance at 801-254-2566, Shem Financial Services, 801-856-6151, and the law offices of Garrett T. Smith, 801-477-1570.
It's a fact. More photos of you are being taken than ever before. Are you ashamed of your smile? At last, a new technology that gives a brighter and healthier smile in under 2 hours. And it's fully warranted, so you'll never have to worry about your smile again. Call Dr. Jeremy Thompson at Thompson Dental, 801-254-0835, or visit GoNewSmile.com, and we'll show you how you can restore your faded, yellowed, or worn teeth without surgery, crowns, or implants. And it's backed by a 30-day, 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee. This scientific breakthrough will painlessly transform your appearance in one visit. The smile you've been waiting for will never cost less or look brighter than it will today. Call 801 254-0835 or visit GoNewSmile.com. That's GONU Smile.com to revitalize your smile. New Smile. It looks good on you.